Well, as we're discussing symptoms, and specifically the symptoms to a social disease called behavioral sync, the problem with the symptoms we're talking about is that we as humans are so devoted to perfecting our disease. I mean, we really take this to heart. We often go to the doctor and the doctor says, you probably should quit smoking, drinking, and taking drugs. And the patient says, oh, doctor, I got a lot of stress in my life. Smoking, drinking, and taking drugs, makes me feel good. It gives me a break, And the doctor says, well, you can just keep doing it if you want, but that doesn't change the fact that it's killing you. You see, our symptoms come from primarily three different areas, what I call the three B's: behavior, beliefs, and biology. Now, behaviors are obviously the things we do, the things we like to do. And some of these come from the other aspects, which is beliefs. Those are filters, often from our authority figures and peer pressures. The things that we hold dear. This often are religious or cultural. And these become very ingrained. And when you try and talk to people about those behaviors or those beliefs, they experience something called cognitive dissonance. I mean, they literally shut down and go, oh, no, this is true. I've heard this in church my whole life. All of my professors told me this is true. My education, I got a PhD. How can these things not be true? But when you go back and look at the symptoms, you take a look at this and you discover you've got a disease. At some point you have to start questioning those. But perhaps the most difficult of this is biology, because we have things that are baked into our DNA. And we don't really get to choose those. Some of them we're not even aware of. Lemmings don't wake up every morning and think, someday I'm going to run off the hill. But they do. One day they wake up and all the lemmings, for some reason, they just get themselves together and they just go run off the cliff and die. Same thing happens with some other species. Any species that we see that can achieve a population rate of a certain point kills themselves. Rabbits do it, hares do it, there are some others. If we eliminate the natural selection and we eliminate the survival issues, we kill ourselves.